Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph, and I am the host of the show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here to do an episode of Favorites. Comes out on Wednesday, normally at 8 o'clock, but I had some technical difficulties. Yes, the light bulb wasn't working. That's exactly what it was, to be honest. So we got that fixed, and we're ready to go here. So the episode for today, we're going to continue with this kind of theme that I did last week, which is Halloween. And I've picked my 5 scary, creepy rock albums. Some of them are a little bit less creepy, but a little bit more, not even that much scary, but I do like some aspects of them. So we're gonna pick 5, and they're not any particular order, although I think I kind of put them in the order I like them the best, so I'll go with that. So anyways, these are just my particular favorites, and just it's a little bit of a fun video to do. I picked out 5 albums I liked. So today we're going to start with this one, Kiss's Destroyer. The album itself is kind of not particularly creepy or scary, but the album cover is good. I mean, it's really kind of destructive more than it is scary or anything. I might need my glasses for this. Just give me a second. Ow, take my eye out. That's pretty scary. Anyway, so you got this kind of destructive album cover going on. The band is actually kind of scary in their costumes as well. You've got some good tracks on this album. God of Thunder, I think, is kind of a little bit of a creepy song, but the rest of them not so bad. Sweet Pain, so you got more of a destructive album than maybe a scary or a creepy one, but definitely one that I wanted to mention here, man. I've been kind of knocking this album over the last year or so I'm going to give it a little bit of a break today. So there you go. That's the first one. The next one up definitely qualifies for this list. Ozzy Osbourne's Diary of a Madman. Well, Ozzy's kind of creepy to begin with, if you ask me. I don't know if this is necessarily scary. There's some scary stuff on here, very Halloweenish stuff. Things like Believer and Little Dolls and SATO, and of course the title track, Diary of a Madman, which is probably the reason I chose this album. Yeah, so a kind of a bit of a Halloween type album. And anything that Ozzy does has kind of got that kind of scary attitude towards it. Well, that's number 4. Number 3 definitely falls more into the creepy category. Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare. It's got its scary songs on here too. Welcome to My Nightmare, of course. Devil's Food. Only Women Bleed. That one's kind of creepy, actually. And then, of course, you've got Steven on here, which is a really creepy song altogether. So, yeah, a very kind of, I guess this one falls more on the creepy side than it does on the scary side. But definitely a good Halloween album if you want to play a Halloween album when you're letting kids to the door with candy. Yeah. Next up, this one's more of a scary album. So you got this scary cover here. Lots of real kind of scary shit on here. Wrathchild, Murders in the Rue Morgue. You've got, of course, Killers is on here. Prodigal Son and Drifter. These are all kind of a little bit creepy, kind of scary stuff going on here. So for my number 2 tonight, I chose Killers from Iron Maiden. The other thing about this one comes with a kind of a book as well, which I will take out. Give you a little picture. Now that's kind of creepy. A little guy dressed with a mask on there for sure. Supposed to be Eddie, I assume. Actually, there's not as many pictures in this as I originally thought. It's a nice album cover back, though, too. Really good. I don't know if you can see all that. Try to get up close, see all the members of the band at that time period. And a shot of them here. And you also have this kind of a little bit of a album thing with the picture on the album is a little bit more like it was on their debut album, but definitely this is one of the classic Killer albums, Iron Maiden albums with that Eddie there with the axe in his hand, and the city is all kind of dark and foreboding. definitely a Halloween atmosphere for that. And then the last one, which is maybe the most creepy of them all. So they took this baby, did a kind of a color shot of this baby and put some fake claws on it. But it's pretty creepy, I think. Definitely a creepy album. This one actually took some shots from some religious people. Also took some shots from people for being kind of terrible in some ways. But I actually kind of like it. I think it's kind of creepy. I love the blue color in the background. Yeah, just really adds to it. And you got this kind of fluorescent thing going on here too, almost what I would call like infrared type feel to it. And of course the songs on this album are creepy as hell. You've got something like Stonehenge and Disturbing the Priest. That's as creepy as it gets. It also is pretty scary if you listen to some of the screaming that Ian Gillan does on this album. Zero the Hero, another one like that. Born Again, definitely highlighting the album cover and giving it that kind of Exorcist kind of Rosemary's Baby feel to it, you know. I always thought that Keep It Warm, even though it's not really a scary album, it's kind of a what are we keeping warm here? Like kind of seriously demented album in some ways. Not so, you know. Ironically, like Sabbath has a lot of that kind of monsterish Halloween type flavor to it, but this album just takes it a totally different place. And you know, I wouldn't have thought Ian Gillan would be into that, but his voice adds such an element to the entire scary atmosphere with all that screaming and cackling and stuff that he does on it. Probably one of his best vocals, and of course it's got the kind of green eyes on the baby too, which is kind of creepy as hell. Anyway, so those are your 5 scary, creepy albums for Halloween. We'll be doing another episode of this next week. It'll be something a little bit different. I have something in mind, so I'll wait until I kind of formulate it well in my head, and then we'll give it to you. So anyways, I hope you like this kind of creepy episode of favorites, my 5 favorite creepy and scary albums. Please hit the like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. If you want, you can put your own creepy and scary albums in the comment sections below. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell, and we will be back next Wednesday night with another episode of Favorites. So take care and have yourself a good one. Goodbye.